We are the chosen people. I always like that one. God chose us. Didn't choose me, didn't choose you, didn't choose China, didn't choose Africa. You're telling me God is very selective in who he chooses. So God made man in his own image, but he doesn't like 99.99999% of us, only the Jews. Only God loves the Jews. No, that's stupid. I mean, if you're Jewish and you believe, that's okay. I call stupid a lot of evangelical Christians. I call stupid too. A lot of fanatical Muslims I'll call stupid. I'm an equal opportunity insult artist when it comes to that. But the point is, if you're saying that Israel is superior to anything in the Holy Land, that there could be nothing else in the Holy Land but Israel. And it's not just Israel's 67 borders. They're talking about, you look at the map that these political Zionists put out, they're taking over Syria, Lebanon, moving into Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Egypt. They're talking about taking over the whole thing. And these guys are in power. It's not like these are a bunch of fanatics, hanging out in their mother's basement, typing on the computer all day long. These are guys who are actually ministers in the Israeli government as we speak, articulating policies based upon this premise. That can't be supported. But we're not allowed to condemn that today. We're not allowed to question that because we're automatically called anti-Semite at that point in time. It's like the phrase, God bless the United States of America. You're 100% correct. Again, my wife tells me, do not read the comments, but every once in a while I see one that has to be. You're 100% correct, the person who wrote that. Look, I love America. I love America, and I love my country. But when I hear an American politician say, God bless America, I mean, that's not bad. I don't mind that. Please, God bless us. We need all the blessing we can get. Reach down and touch us. Make it all go away. Make us good again. Please, please, please. But the way it's done is it's used to promote the notion of American exceptionalism, meaning God bless America, but goddamn the rest of the world. Meaning all you don't count. Only America. Only America counts. Only America has been touched by his Lord. And that's absurd. That's absurd. Even if you don't believe in monotheism, if you don't believe in, the God of Christianity, the God of Judaism, the God of Islam, which a lot of people don't, it doesn't matter. We're all equal. We're all humans. We are all the same. It doesn't matter what color you are, what language you speak, whatever. No life is worth more than another. And one of the problems with both the American God bless America stance and the Israel, we are the chosen people stance is it implies that there are people who are more important than other people whose lives matter more than other people. Anytime you hear the Israelis talk about, for every, Israeli killed, we're going to kill 100 Palestinians. Well, you know who did that? The Nazis. For every German soldier who was killed, we're going to hang 100 people. We're going to shoot 100 people. We're going to burn that village. We're going to do. Israel has become that which was trying to destroy it. That's one of the things here. So, getting back to your question, I think we're going to see a lot of desperate acts by a lot of desperate people trying to silence voices that, for the first time in a long time, are starting to resonate. There are people now who aren't afraid. That's the other thing, is people become fearless because it's hard to shut them down. People can now get out there and call out Zionism as the political scourge that it is. And yes, they'll be attacked, but they'll also find a lot of support. And there's people saying, see, the internet has built up this whole anti-Semitic thing. Yes, it has. Yes, it has. There's a whole bunch of communities out there on the internet. There are communities of hate. There are communities of intolerance. There are communities of whatever you want to say it. That's the consequence of free speech, ladies and gentlemen. Free speech means everybody gets to speak. The difference here is that I don't have to embrace that which is put out there. There's the people watching right now, if you don't like what we're saying, Alex, I don't mean to do this to your show, but if you don't like what we're saying, click. Turn it off. Stop watching. You don't have to watch. No one's paying you to watch. You don't have to watch. If you don't like it, get the hell out of here. Alex cares because and I care about but the bottom line is I don't care. If you don't like what you're hearing, go find something that you do like. But see, the beauty of it is where there is quality, people tend to gather around. And good ideas beget good listeners and good participants and good audiences. And this is a good audience because you have good guests and you talk about things like that. You can't shut Twitter down because there are voices on Twitter that you disagree with. What you need to do is say, thank God, not only that they get to speak, but I get to speak and to counter them. Because if you're saying you need to shut them down, what you're saying is your voice isn't strong enough to compete against them. I'd like to believe that my voice can compete against any pro-Zionist voice out there. I have an open challenge to anybody that's taken a different point of view on the issue of Israel to debate anytime, any place. You name it, we got it, buddy. But they won't. Piers Morgan, he's out there attacking people. He basically, bans people, blocks them, doesn't want to have that discussion.
Yeah, he has a fallback answer or the fallback comment all the time. Israel has its right to defend itself. But here's something I want to ask you, Scott, because I get this from a lot of people watching the show. They say, we were at a bar, we were at a restaurant, we were at our uncle's house for the weekend, and somebody brought up the Israel-Palestine, and they're saying, like, is there a way that we can try to engage? And most of it is, I would say, a lot of the people say, the Piers Morgan line, well, Israel has its right to defend itself. I think the average person watching this program has probably either been involved in a conversation like that or has been pulled into a conversation like that, and sometimes maybe a bit afraid to answer back. Is there a go-to? I don't know. I mean, you are a person that I would love to have beside me when I'm sitting in these situations where people just come right at me. And
I'll tell you what I would do in a bar. Come at me at a bar. Israel has a right to exist. I go up to him and I say, give me your keys to your car. Give me your keys or I'm going to break your damn neck. Give me the keys to your car and I'm taking your car and I'm going to your house and don't you dare show up. And then when you come up and say, I want my house, I'm going to say, what? You think you have a right to defend yourself? I mean, I'm going to kill you because I have a right to defend myself. And you're going to say, but you have no right. You stole my house. I have an inherent right to defend myself. I stole your house. And now you want to come and get it back? I'm going to kill you. But you can't do that. It's my house. I have an inherent right of defense. Welcome to the Israeli argument. They stole the Palestinian land. They stole everything. And then they say, when you dare come back and say, I want it back or I want to challenge you, you can't. I have a right to defend myself. And I have Big Brother America that's giving me the airplanes, the bombs and everything to do it because we guarantee that Israel has the technological supremacy over any potential enemy. The occupier never has an inherent right of self-defense against the occupied. That is international law. That is what the International Court of Justice decided in 2004 about this very issue. So that's what I would just tell people, that Israel's the occupier and they have no inherent right of self-defense against anything the occupied do in relation to the actions of the occupier. And then, they can, then I'll just give me your damn house. And don't come near me because I have an inherent right of self-defense and I'll kill you the moment you step across the threshold. No, well, you can't do it. You just said Israel could. Why can't I? Why can't I steal your house and say, get the hell out of here? You just told me Israel has an inherent right of self-defense. They don't. See, if I steal your house and I'm in your house, you have every right to come in and kill me because I stole your house. You're in the right, I'm in the wrong. Israel's in the wrong here, especially Eretz Israel, this political Zionist, infused Israel. I would say this, that the Israel defined by the 48 borders and the 67 borders has a right to exist. And if you're attacking the Israel of 48 and 67, then Israel has an inherent right of self-defense. But what Israel's doing to Gaza right now is not, everybody's like, they got out in 2005. There's a thing called CLA and COGAT. And I just asked people to go and Google it. The Israelis give you a nice, convenient website that explains what it is. The Civilian Liaison Agency and COGAT is the military arm. They manage everything that happens inside Gaza. Don't tell me that Israel is outside of Gaza. Nothing happens in Gaza unless Israel says it happens. Unless Israel approves it. Nothing goes into Gaza unless Israel says it's approved. If Israel had nothing to do with Gaza, why can't Gaza have a port? Why won't Israel allow shipping in and out of Gaza? Because they can't allow the Palestinians to be in control of their lives. Why don't they have an airport? Why can't Palestinians get a Palestinian passport, go to the Palestinian airport,